On this episode of Strangetown, Mark and Billy travel to Mineral Wells, Texas, to a location known for its debauchery and morbid past. Mineral Wells is known for its healing waters and to a home plagued with over 9 spirits. They encounter the Haunted Hill House.
We are here at what is actually now known as the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas. And it's an old 19th century home that at one point not only served as a brothel, but it served as a bootleg bar at the Baker Hotel just down the street from here.
I've heard many interesting stories about this place. A lot of paranormal happenings have occurred within these grounds. Undocumented murders, fatal accidents, and untimely deaths.
Well, Catherine Estes, the current homeowner, is inside waiting for us, so let's see what kind of things she can tell us about this house.
Behind every door lies a story. Inside every room, a mystery. Our existence is shared with the supernatural and sights unexplained. We cannot deny what we've seen or the things that have shaped our beliefs. We live in a strange world, and we welcome you to Strangetown.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm Catherine.
I'm Mark.
Hi, Mark. Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm
Catherine.
Billy. Pleasure.
I'm the owner of the Hill House.
Okay,
Welcome you guys to our home.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So tell us about the Hill House. I mean, what's the history of this
The
place?
Hill House was established in 1890. There were 2 sisters, Fanny Yeager Kyle and Susan Renfro. They were well-established members of society. They liked to help people, and they would bring in lots of people that were sick into the home and try to help them with the healing waters and mineral wells.
The waters were kind of discovered back in the late 1800s. There was a family of settlers, it was the Lynch family, that were traveling west trying to find a drier climate from kind of the northeast part of the state. They kind of made the little valley here where the downtown is as their homestead, and for the first few years they hauled water from the Brazos River until one day a well driller came by and he traded him a set of oxen to drill a well. The water, he found the water had a really funny taste and odor to it. When stories came out about a certain area having medicinal properties to it or cures, people then flocked to the city or flocked to their homestead. At that time, Uncle Billy Wiggins, he drilled the 3rd well here in town. And at his well, there was a lady that would come and sit at the well every day and drink a glass of water who was reportedly demented. After drinking the water for a few weeks or so, she was reportedly cured of her crazies. They became known as the Crazy Woman's Well, then the Crazy Well, and then just became known as Crazy Water.
Yes.
So what is the connection between this house and the Baker Hotel?
Well, the Fanny Yeager Kyle, she was a very prominent member of society. She did not like prostitution.
Prostitution was in every community, including Mineral Wells and in this neighborhood. In 1901, Mrs. Kyle filed charges against one of her neighbors, Mrs. Deming, who she said was operating a disorderly house. Now, that didn't mean that Mrs. Deming was a bad housekeeper. It meant she kept bad company. The Baker Hotel's employees secretly provided customers to Hill House. This is below the radar because it was very dangerous really for a hotel to get involved in something like this. They could lose their license. They'd invested thousands, if not millions of dollars into enterprises like this. But it was a continuous problem because clerks and bellhops would find a way to make money on the side to provide entertainment for their male customers.
A lot of the high-profile guests of the Baker Hotel would frequent the Hill House. Back then was known as a Kyle House, as a brothel, and they also bootlegged alcohol. and we have a hidden bootleg room upstairs. So they would shimmy those bottles down and give them to the kids to ride on their bicycles down to the Baker Hotel. So the police never suspected the children were doing it.
Do you think that, do you speculate that because this was a place of illegal activity that some deaths occurred because of that?
We know that there was a murder on the stairs. We believe it is a lady. They call her the lady in blue, and we've got photos of her. We found blood going down the stairs. You could see it with the luminol and the black lights. So we know that someone was murdered and dragged down the stairs.
Whenever there seems to be a location where there's some sort of brothel or some sort of seedy business going on, there is no documentation because nobody cares.
Right.
You know, it's kind of because if you're conducting a house of illegal activities,
That's right.
it could just be, oh, someone got shot, let's just go throw their body in the woods. They're not going
Right.
to want to report it because that brings attention
Yeah.
to
Right.
what's happening here.
The first 2 weeks we had the house, I was sitting on the back porch, and there was a wheelbarrow. It was about 2.5 feet, and it was picked up and thrown at me. And of course, I took off running off the back porch, and I called my friend and I said, hey, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know what's going on. I never felt anything like this or seen stuff like this happen. Do I need to be worried? Okay, so I was sleeping right here on this side of the bed, and my husband was sleeping right over here. And it was sometime between 3 and 5 in the morning. I'm not sure the exact time. And my husband wakes me up and he says something just giggled in my ear. And then we start hearing growling and hissing noises. And then the door right there comes open. And we were on live feed recording this on Facebook. And you could see a white face. It came open about this far. A white face, and it had like crystal blue eyes. And then so we ran outside and we're sitting on the front porch. And while we're sitting on the front porch, it started banging the front door and peeking at us through the crack. And it was me, my husband, and a guest. I went and grabbed her, said, we need to get out of the house. We could smell the smell of like burning soot. What we saw in the door is a demonic presence that we have in the house. His name is Toby. A lot of people know about him. We've got his voice on recordings. He goes, Toby, Toby. This is our notorious scratcher room. I have printed photos right here. There have been over 55 scratches in this room. You can smell the smell in here. Do you smell it right now?
Oh yeah, it's very strong.
That's the demonic smell, and that's what was in that room. And I'll smell it around the house. I know there's a presence.
Wow. Well, I can say, you know, the moment that I walked in this house, the moment we stepped onto the patio, I felt a heaviness in this house. And I don't want to be in here.
Right.
It feels incredibly dark.
Right.
Like everything from my waist down is just cold. Like before you even said that it gets cold in here, I just felt like goosebumps all the way down from my waist. And I feel like there's something just hanging out back here in this corner wanting us to leave.
And you can feel my hands right here at the top of my hands.
Yeah.
They're starting to get cold. Your hands are ice cold.
I know, my hands are freezing right now.
Yeah, they're colder than mine.
I can't even feel yours, mine are so cold.
Right.
Wow.
So, do you know what used to be in this room back in the day? Do you know what?
I call this Willie's room. I believe he was a man that ran the illegal activity in the brothel. It's very intense in here as far as the cold feelings, the scratching, getting pushed, the demonic smell that you smell in this room. This is the most heaviest room in the house right here.
And we were walking from the scratcher room to the axe room, and basically through the passage room and then the bathroom. And as I was walking through those areas, I was turning lights off, and then as I walked through the bathroom, I got to the doorway and it sounded like something was thrown at me.
This is one of our most active areas right here. This door